Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new elite family of woods and irons from Callaway.
Opening round 64, how would you assess your round?
Yeah, it was solid. Obviously the start, the first hole hit a good drive. Just caught a jumper out of there, which I wasn't expecting. And then hit a wayward tee ball on, 12 and 14, which I got very lucky on. So yeah, I think today was it was a good day as far as ball striking goes. Those couple holes I hit wayward shots, I was able to scramble. Two of them I was able to make pars. And from there I just rolled the ball well today. So yeah, it was a nice way to play. Just like I said, not trying to force it, just kind of letting it come to me. And I've been hitting it well, kind of doing everything well. And so at this point, it's just trying to stay out of my own way.
24 hours ago, or an alternate in the field.
Yeah.
So tell us about when you were notified and your journey getting here to TPC Craig Ranch.
Yeah, I knew I was within a couple alternates coming in on Wednesday. Then I got the call, I think around 1:30 or 2 yesterday. So then I packed up everything and got up here around 9 o'clock. And today just had a little longer warm up just to kind of get somewhat used to the greens. But yeah, no, it's definitely been a interesting 2 days, that's for sure.
Do you have a instructor or coach right now?
Yeah, I work with Sean Foley. Yeah, I've been with Folsey since I was a kid. So yeah, Folsey has been a huge help for me. More so off the course has been majority of my issues. So it has nothing to do with on the course. So Folsey has been a massive help to me.
And is there anything in specific you're working on right now as far as the putting is concerned?
Just try not to think. I feel like even myself, I think I can overcomplicate it a lot. Just, find my reads, trust it. And after that, you just have to have good speed. So I think sometimes I can get too involved in the line and trying to be absolutely perfect versus, when you have greens that, slope over like a 1.5 to 2, you kind of have a window that you can hit it in depending on speed. So today, just kind of the way I saw it, like the putt on my last hole for par, I kind of saw it out there. I felt like I was seeing too much, but I was like, I'm just gonna hit it a little bit softer, and it just curled in there. So yeah, it's for me, it's just kind of trusting your gut and instinct.
Thanks, Tim.
Were you in Houston when you got the word?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was at home. Yeah.
Is there something to be said for just kind of the scramble to get here and then show up and play? Can that be a help on the mental side?
Oh, definitely. I think I had coming into this week in general, I had no expectations. So, and I think in general, that's how I need to be. Regardless, just come out and just play my game, and whatever I shoot. So, like I said, I was very happy with today.
And I would guess the results haven't really been what you've wanted the past couple of years. How do you sort of keep the faith that you can turn it back to how it was when you were winning on tour?
Yeah, even considering last year how many cuts I missed by one, it was like 11 or 12 or something. I haven't really been playing that bad. It's been a couple holes here or there that just kind of halters my round. And then, throughout the year and even this year, kind of the same deal. It's been kind of 1 or 2 holes, and 1 week I'm hitting it really well. Next week I'm kind of struggling putting well. It's kind of been a little mixed match. But again, most of that for me is all off the course. It has nothing to do with my physical abilities. I've worked the last 2 years is probably the hardest I've ever worked. I feel like my physical abilities are there. It's just now for me just getting, back to the right mental state.
Yeah. And fairly close to home and close to your college home. Is there a familiarity with the DFW events that kind of helps you, makes you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, this definitely kind of feels like a somewhat home event. My caddy is my best friend. All his family are here, which I've known them for years. My wife and son will come up. So yeah, it's kind of like a smaller, Houston event for me. It's excited about the week though.
Steven in with a 7 under 64, bogey free, and as you just said to Fred, no 5s on the scorecard. That's always a fun time, right?
Yeah, that means you've done things well, right? You took care of the par 5s, which is they're somewhat gettable on this golf course, right? And it also means you made no bogeys on par 4s, right? So overall, it's a solid day. Wasn't really a leak in the game, which was nice. So
Talk about the condition of the golf course after all that rain we had yesterday and the overseed, and how different it is from previous years.
Yeah, obviously, when we got here Monday, Tuesday, it was pretty firm. The greens are firm. The rough's obviously thick in some spots. You can get a good lie here and there, but it plays awesome. I think that's the first year they've done it, obviously, and with the rough being up, this golf course has a little bit of more teeth than it has maybe in the past, right? So, and I don't know what they did, but it was dry. After 2.5 inches of rain last night, it's pretty impressive. We were eating early, right? We didn't even have anything, and the overseed probably soaked some of that up, but yeah, the drainage was incredible for sure.
You mentioned you're happy with your game. You've been trending, putting good rounds together. Where are you feeling most confident with your game right now?
Just all around with everything. Whether it's swing or off the tee, iron shots, short game, and putting. I feel good about all parts of it. My energy levels are doing well. I had mono the start of the year, which came out of nowhere. So, I feel like my energy levels are back. I feel good. I feel like myself out there. So, just excited to keep playing more golf.
Health-wise, do you feel back to where you were prior to the mono?
Yeah, totally. People say mono stays in your system for a very long time, and I didn't really believe that. I thought after those first 2-3 weeks I was fine, but kind of looking back, you kind of realize that, yeah, it's still in your system, and I'm miss-hitting shots that I normally wouldn't miss-hit. Just energy levels are low, and that takes a toll on you mentally too. So I feel like everything is good right now. I want to knock on wood right after this, but yeah, I feel good.
I drove the ball great. I've had some pretty good days where I drove it, but today was one of the best ones I've seen. And having ball in hand helped out a lot, so I took advantage of it.
Did you kind of feel it coming? This season's been kind of up and down for you a little bit. Did you kind of feel like it was getting closer?
I think for me, yeah, it's been up and down, but from the start of last season and, comparing it, I think I'm doing a way better job. But, yeah, I just feel like there's rounds I've been clicking and then other rounds that I haven't put it up. So it's kind of nice to get the momentum rolling right now. I feel like this is the season to really kick it into gear,
You opened your round with a bunch of pars. Did you feel like lightning was about to strike that way with the eagle par birdie.
Yeah, the eagle was great. I knew it's a long track, and being first off, it's just hard to kind of get your mind and body going. But I did that and felt like I was playing well. It's just it happens. Golf is one of those you got to stay patient at times, and I did a great job of that and rattled out 5 straight birdies, and that was awesome.
Hit some good shots to start the round, give myself some looks, and was able to capitalize with a good iron shot on 3 and hit another good iron shot on 4, and then I kept hitting fairways and greens. Hit that nice pitch into 6, good pitch into 5 as well, and so was able to take advantage of the holes I needed to on the front 9, like 5 and 6 are holes you got to take advantage of, and 9 as well, and was able to steal a few shots other than that as well.
Were you kind of surprised at the condition of the golf course? A lot of guys have been saying how dry it was today after all that rain.
Shockingly dry. Yeah, the greens too. I expected to walk onto that first green and kind of feel some sponginess, and you couldn't tell that we got 3-4 inches of rain here yesterday. So golf course recovered nicely, and hopefully the rain will hold off the rest of the week, and we'll see what happens. It's a ton of fun for us to be able to play in front of the fans here at home. Jordan and I love playing here this week, and this tournament has meant a lot to us over the years, and so it's really good to be here this week playing again. And obviously last year I was missing for some pretty good reasons. I wasn't too sad about what was going on in my life at the time, but I obviously missed being here, and excited to be back.